Hello, welcome back to my channel, Paint with Terry. Today we're going to be adding some details to our painting. This works on any painting, it just so happens this one we were saving for some detail. We're going to add some clouds, we're going to add a couple birds flying off in the distance, we're going to detail our water, and we're going to add a few highlights just to our brush that we got there, some shrubs and stuff. The first thing you're going to want to do, we'll start out with the clouds. You just want to get some titanium white on your fan brush. Nothing around here, this area. Just gonna swirl do a couple swirls, that's all. We'll get a little bit more on there. We can come just below that. Swirl that one out this way. Now that you got those two main marks there, the idea is this is going to be our most distant area. So what we'll do is we just want to kind of have these things get a little bit smaller. Once you've got that area, those white marks done, we're just going to lightly grab a brush and lightly just do these little circular motions along the bottom edge and top edge. Because it is such a thin layer of paint, you don't want to over blend. You just want to kind of add a little bit of swirlness to it, kind of hitting it and make them lightly sweep across it. We have some clouds in the sky. We're going to get our palette scraper. I just want to get a small little thin roll of white on there. And basically just adding some little marks. Basically just getting a small little roll of paint on here and just lightly touching it to the canvas and letting it fall off wherever it needs to. As we start to come down, we're just going to be pulling this down a little bit onto an angle. We could even add a couple little wave areas if we wanted to. You just want to come up on an angle. And just kind of pull it out like that. And maybe we'll add one more behind it. I'm just going to want to kind of pull up on an angle and kind of have it flatten off. And what we're going to do is do the same thing with a little bit of our dark green. Use a bit more of the dark green just in this area. Just dab it in. Now we'll just get our fan brush, get some of that titanium white on there. And all we're going to do is just dab in like this and then come below it. You're basically starting on the top and then just dabbing in as you come in. You're just hitting in down below. Just using the white on our fan brush and kind of basically flicking in towards it. Now that we've got some clouds and some little bit of detail on our water, Just want to get our 2-inch brush. We're going to use a little bit of lemon yellow. And with that lemon yellow, we're just going to mix a tiny little bit of that green mix, kind of a darky swamp green. We're just going to mix a tiny little amount in with our yellow. So basically, we just took some lemon yellow and just mixed a little of our dark green into it, just a tiny little pea-sized amount. And we just want to have a clean, dry brush. So if yours isn't clean, maybe now's the time to clean it, because I just realized mine wasn't. I was just thinking that we don't even really need to use the 2-inch brush. We can also just use a small little brush like this, especially for these smaller trees. It works really well. You don't want too much paint on here. Just want to lightly get a bit of that light color on the tips. And all you're doing is just tapping a little bit in along the top of these little bush patches. Once you got the tree out of the way, we can move over to the fan brush. We do the same thing. We're just going to get a bit of that light green on the tip. And like on these darker lines, just kind of hit along the side of them if you can. There is no real pattern to it. Just adding a little extra detail. Oh, it can even just come in around here. Happen a little bit of maybe it's grass or some other types of shrubs or something. Excuse me. So now that we got that stuff in there, we can do some birds. I just want to get a really fine tip brush and get some black on there. I find it's best if I have something to rest my hand on. But you basically just want to have this thing on an angle. Something like that. You can do as many or as few birds as you need. I like having a few birds in the sky. We can put another one. We'll just add another one over here in the distance. Something like that. Like I say, you can always add more or less. It's up to you. Now that we've got some highlights on our shrubs and trees and some detail in our water, we add some clouds, we get our birds, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful. And if you find it helpful, then you can always check back. We're uploading new tutorials all the time. Every day we do a different style. Sometimes we do seascapes, sometimes landscapes, daytime, nighttime, different things. But thanks for watching and have yourself a good rest of the day. Thanks, bye.